When doing Kimura from close guard, first I want to get her wrist to the ground and kind of chop down on her hand. So I don't want to grab the forearm, but as close to the wrist as possible. From here, I'm going to turn my hips a bit, roll over my elbow, and try and roll up to her elbow here and collect it. Grab my own wrist, and then from here, chest close to the elbow, and I'm going to lean backwards and use my entire body to pull her backwards from here. Now here, I'm going to stay in 90-degree bend, straighten out my top leg so my hip can come out there, and now I'm going to turn my shoulders at the same time so I get a 90-degree angle on her. If you don't get far enough, you again can just push the hip, move again, turn. From here, activating the wrists, pull a little bit so you kind of like deadlift her arm, and then from here, rotate the shoulders towards the ceiling. Common mistakes while doing the Kimura from close guard is you get the wrist to the ground and you place it. And then when you come up to here, you kind of sit up a little bit and then you lift their wrist in hopes that you can get across and catch the elbow, which is really hard. What also happens when you do this mistake is you often try and get as high as possible, meaning you do a sit-up towards their shoulder. So when you come up here, you sit up and you try and grab to up here, and then now it's super hard for my hand to catch my own wrist on the backside here. So that's why we roll over the shoulder or over the elbow. So from here, I'm gonna roll over my own elbow, then I also get close to her elbow. Now here, when I collect the wrist, a lot of times people lean back but straighten their arms out. And you end up in this weird position where their arm might be straightened out and come back again. So when you come up and collect their elbow, lock it, and then pull your chest into their elbow. Because then here, you can lean back and use your entire body weight here. From here, often people, they start to push the wrist up instead of turning their body. So they try and finish by pushing up with their arms, but it doesn't really help because there's no torque on their shoulder. You can finish from here sometimes by turning and doing this. What often happens is that when I start pushing here, if she slowly rolls over her shoulder, when she slowly rolls over the shoulder here, she might roll over and then I can get to mount from here with the Kimura. So to avoid that happening, that's why I turn my hips and my shoulders and again, get 90 degrees because when I end up here, I can finish by rotating, but she can't roll away from here or her shoulder because you're controlling her hip and her upper body much better. And again, with the finish, don't stretch out and stretch their arm out like this because then you just lose it again. Stick with the 90 degrees. So it's a pull through the elbow, not a pull with the arms. Straighten out. And then from here, turn your shoulders and don't start pushing their wrist again from here. Just keep it tight, everything, and then just rotate your body.